Welcome to Team Bandwagon, where it is okay to jump ship, but not okay to lose. Jump on Team Bandwagon and never lose again. I should have had that more ready.
You are now listening to Team Bandwagon Never Lose Again podcast. And now for your hosts, Jamal Brown and Nicholas Garcia.
Welcome to the team where we band.
Yeah, man. Welcome, everybody, to Team Bandwagon. I have a special guest. Angel is here to join us. Young sits here for actually the second time, ironically.
We're not going to talk about the first time.
We had many technical difficulties the last time Angel was on, and
I blame the engineer.
It's one of the lost episodes.
He shall
now.
not be named. But
he shall not be named.
You know who you are.
I'm sure I'm going to get messages after this. So, Angel, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely. It's taken a while. It's taken a lot of bumps in the road, but we got you here.
You know, man, so what if it took almost another year? I'm here for it. It's fine.
I'm sorry I don't have your green M&Ms.
Oh, yeah. Look, man, every green room, I request all green M&Ms because they taste the best. And
you ever see Wayne's World 2?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know what that is.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We had to get Ozzy on stage by getting 1,000 yellow M&Ms. That's my favorite scene in the movie.
Go ahead, man.
No, not you.
It's not. Wayne's World is cool. I mean, I'd rather watch the skits on SNL.
I don't know. It's one of the few movies that SNL made that was actually really good, in my opinion.
What's another good SNL movie, though?
Austin Powers.
True.
Like, that's cut and dry.
True.
The best one.
Yeah.
That's the best one, right?
The most successful one.
Okay, but what would be better than that one?
Coneheads?
It's good. I don't think it's better than Austin Powers.
This bubblegum tastes terrible.
So, Angel and I, we've been friends for what, a few years now?
Yeah, we've been friends for some time.
Yeah. We go to church together.
Yeah, I remember when I first saw you at church, I was like, this guy looks like he's related to Dan. Like, why does Dan's son have a full beard?
Is it just because we're both tall and skinny? Or?
Yeah, you're the only white guys in the room.
Oh, that's
usually what happens.
Yeah, it makes sense. Out of 10,000 members,
and
it's
I was
just
like, wait,
the two of us.
who's dad? I was like, oh. Okay, yeah, it didn't work out. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we're friends, man. We've been friends through probably about 3 years, right?
Close to 4 years, I want to say.
Yeah, just about that. And we know each other through church. We talk a lot on Xbox. We play GTA every once in a while.
When we play these missions that we only get cashed out for and just takes forever to finish.
What did we played GTA that night you're talking about for what, close to 5 hours?
Mm-hmm. On the same mission.
Yeah.
Just us two. When it usually takes 4 men to do it.
If you don't know what we're talking about, GTA has some crazy missions in the game where you're going to earn a lot of money.
We saved the world.
We saved the world.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah. On Grand Theft Auto, you can actually do good things.
Yeah.
I played it again a couple of weeks ago with a guy.
And you said you played with this guy that's been doing this. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he gave me 30%, so it was just me and him in the game, and we finished it, I think, in less than an hour.
30% is still a lot of that cut, though.
Yeah, it's a lot of that cut. That's why I didn't leave the room. I was like, dude, 30%.
Cash me out. Give me the money. I'm going to buy a nightclub.
Yeah, GTA and Red Dead Redemption are like the only games I play right now.
I don't like Red Dead Online. I try to play it again. It's just really boring. My
it's
guy
the
looks
beta.
ugly.
So.
All the guys look ugly. I was like,
That's my big thing. Is I totally want to revise
attractive?
my character. My character looks horrible.
All the teeth options were all just, what shade of yellow do you want?
And no matter what you do to your skin tone, it looks like you've been riddled with mosquito bites.
Yeah. It's just like, choose the texture of your skin. Mosquitoes, ants, poison ivy.
Get with it, Red Dead.
Allergic reaction.
Come on, Rockstar. Get with it, man. It's the best game they've come out with
GTA
since
6.
GTA
That's all I'm
5.
saying.
Right? Yeah. Well, it took them. When was GTA 4 made?
GTA 4 was in 2009.
You sure?
It had to be 2009.
So it only took them 4 years to get to GTA 5?
I believe so, because GTA 5, the announcement came out like 2011. It took 2 years to make. Oh,
Well,
then
they are lagging,
GTA 4
bro.
came out like 2007, 2008 then.
Even then, then GTA 6 should be here by now.
But it was worth the wait. True. Well, it's not gonna come out now. It won't come out till like 2022.
Because they just finished Red Dead. Yeah, that's true. That's gonna hold us up for a while. But either way, it's gonna take me till 2022 to beat the game anyway.
Good thing we have Fortnite to hold us off.
Fortnite, Red Dead, a lot of good games came out this year. But you gotta admit, Fortnite did not deserve Game of the Year over Red Dead.
It did.
Over Red Dead?
Depends how you like perceive it though. Like,
come on, bro.
But as far as like downloads and like amount of people playing it, Fortnite.
No, but popularity doesn't mean best.
Yeah, it does.
No.
We're living in a different era, man. I'm telling you. It doesn't matter how good the storyline is or the graphics. Like, it's what people want to play. And Fortnite's a free game. Like, and people still play it. And people still buy electronic currency. More than they do for GTA.
But don't you feel like people play more Fortnite or more willing to spend money on it because it's free?
Wouldn't that make you not want to spend money, though, if it's a free game?
No, because I saved $60 on not buying this game so you can put your currency toward it. Especially like,
well, just like GTA,
especially crazy gamers who are single like you.
True. Yeah, but like if you spend $60 on GTA and you get in-game currency for free, kind of doesn't that balance it out? No.
I guess if you're willing to grind, which I don't have as much time as I used to.
No, like because all these YouTubers just get like their checks and then they'll just buy GTA currency.
Yeah, but again, not all of us have that kind of time. I'm talking about like you're talking about the world stage where millions of people are playing. Not everybody's willing to spend money on virtual currency.
Didn't Red Dead still win like best like storyline or something like, or best?
I have no clue. I just know it was a whole bunch of controversy.
I know it had the best voice actor.
I don't doubt it.
I forget the guy's name, but he played Arthur.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so obviously Angel and I spend a lot of time catching up on Xbox Live.
Yeah, I'll just be like, "What are you doing?" Playing Red Dead, brother. Just
playing Red Dead.
Yeah.
Playing Red Dead. I know I had the day off yesterday and Angel was immediately hitting me up first thing in the morning.
No, I was like, what are you doing?
Why are you home?
You use a sick day for this?
It was a long weekend. We'll leave it at that. We were actually supposed to record the show yesterday, but weather did not permit.
You know, man, the rain is an unholy thing.
Jamal he was already giving me grief that I told him we were putting it off for a day.
He was like, what? What do you mean?
He's like, come on, he could drive in the rain.
Come on, I can mix audio.
Touche, sir. So you had an album come out this year.
Last year.
Last year, you're right. It's 2019.
Only 15 days in. Yes, I dropped an album July 13th. Right, July 13th. Named Prophet. Yeah, Prophet, not like profit, like money. Which is pretty funny because that's a topic I talk about on the album, but yeah.
Yeah. I was one of the first people to pre-order it.
Your kids love it.
My kids love it. They talk about it all the time. It's constantly playing in my house. They got it queued up on Spotify, and I'm like, why do you have it on Spotify? I have the album on iTunes.
Because, Dad. Trying to give me these streams, man.
Oh, that's true. They are helping you out.
They give me half a penny every time you play it.
But hey, so I'm gonna play it a lot more often on Spotify. There you go. So, tell us more about the album. It's called Prophet. What was your inspiration? How long did it take to record?
Oh my goodness!
Give us the breakdown.
The album took like a year and a half to record, but that was just a lot of like trial and error. Of like, there's a lot of original versions of the songs that nobody will ever hear because I scrapped the verses and I was like, I suck. I was like, then I took a verse off, wrote another verse. Getting proper like production and like the mixing process and working with my friend that produced it all. But yeah, a lot of inspiration came from just everyday life. You know, everybody has that time in church where like if you grow up in church, you kind of like, want to experience something else, and you kind of like fall away for a while, and then you come back and you're like, I should have just stayed the whole time, or you know, everybody goes through their process. So it was kind of like a mini condensed version of like my experience of going through that.
Okay.
Like, you know, growing up in church and stopped going, doing my own thing, realize my life sucks without it, and then I come back. And it was pretty just a little mini condensed version of, you know, my life.
All right, I like it. So I know we've been friends for a few years. You've been in the rap music longer than we've been friends.
Yeah. Okay.
So what made you get into like especially Christian rap? Not only just Christian rap, but rap in general.
Okay, so I've been listening to rap since I was born because my dad and my uncle used to rap and like make music. So I grew up around it. So I listened to like a lot of like older hip hop, whether it be like Tupac, Biggie, 50 Cent, Eminem, all that, like West Coast, East Coast stuff.
Okay.
Grew up around it, and then I was always like, yeah, I want to be a rapper like my dad. And then I was like, wait, I don't want to talk about that, or I don't have the same point of view. So, come like middle school, I started like rap battling people at lunch.
All right.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean,
found out you were good at it.
Yeah, I mean, people were saying "oh" the whole time, so it was pretty legit. And then come like high school was when I was like, okay, I really want to like take it serious. I put together like my first EP, which is pretty cool. And then I remember like grinding out at school because I made physical copies, and then I used to like take them with me to school my sophomore year. My sophomore year of high school, I used to just sling them out my backpack, be like, yeah, bro, hey, I made the CD, $5. And then people, oh yeah, here. And I'll be like, oh yeah, cool, sucker, ha, take it. But I was like, haha, no, but yeah. So started doing that, and then I started coming around like the local scene when I was 17. That's just because I was finally able to like get into events.
Okay.
Or I met people, because most events were 18 or most of them were 21 and up.
Yeah.
So I could never get in, but since I was like considered an artist to perform, they would let me in.
Okay.
I would just have to have like those black X's on my hands to let people know I can't drink.
You're not drinking.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, just started doing that, and then once I graduated, I was like solidified enough to like actually go to events and be consistent.
Okay.
So that caused me to like write another album. With that album, kind of like solidified like who I am out here.
Okay.
And like give me like somewhat of a buzz. And then the album didn't do like too great. Still don't talk about it, but if you want to look it up, it's called Lovely. It's pretty okay.
Okay.
Then I just started hitting open mics all the time. Since they saw me going to open mics all the time, I started hosting open mics. Since I was good at hosting the open mics, they had me host actual events where I got a residency at this place called The Vibe in downtown Riverside. At The Vibe, I was there every Sunday night for what's called the Common Ground. The Common Ground is like a staple in like IE hip hop, where everybody always go. It's called the Common Ground because whether you rap, sing, play guitar, or whatever you do, spoken word, you're welcome. We all share a common ground, which would be the stage.
Nice.
And then yeah, they kind of just took off from there. Now I'm pretty well known, and then started like hanging around like a lot of creatives, and that like made my rapping a lot better because I was like, oh, these people rap pretty good. Let me rap with them. And I was like, wait, I'm subpar. Let me get better. So started becoming really critical with writing, and then from there started working on another album. Tested out some songs, so what songs that worked, some didn't work at these events. Because every show was pretty cool because I got to, even though I wasn't like on the flyer, I still had the opportunity to at least perform one song every time I was there.
Absolutely.
So, hosting had its advantages. Then once that venue got closed down, so for a month or so, we were looking for another venue. So within that month, I remember just having like sessions and just trying to find what the sound wanted to be, and then finally developed the storyline. And then we found a new venue. A couple months after we had that new venue, I had like an album release and all that good stuff. So it was pretty cool.
The history of Angel, a.k.a. Young
Yeah,
Sincere.
you know what, man? I'm probably going to change my rap name this year.
Really?
Yeah.
So what are you thinking? Any ideas? Can you give us a clue?
A Sincere. That's my Instagram
okay.
handle.
All
Check
right.
out the Young, just add the A. I mean,
All right.
because, okay, so people already call me Sincere, but when people, like, see me, they be like, hey, Sincere. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? So it's just naturally.
That makes sense.
Naturally, like, hey, like.
I like it, though.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
I like
it's not
it.
that big of a change, but it's just a subtle change that's still effective and still reminds people who I am, because that's already my Instagram handle.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, AYE Sincere for those who don't follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, go ahead and if you want to throw out your Twitter handle, Facebook.
Same thing, A Sincere on Facebook, AYE_Sincere on Twitter, because some jerk took one without the underscore. They don't even use their Twitter.
Twitter is a handle market, dude. I've seen so many stories about guys selling their handle. They go and they grab some famous celebrities' names.
It's kind of like the GoDaddy thing, man. GoDaddy just be like buying domain names. Once they see somebody search it up one time, they'll buy it, hold on to it, and then quadruple their profit.
A friend of mine, you know Jacob from church.
I do know Jacob.
Yeah, we were talking last weekend, and he was showing me. He goes, "Let's look up your domain name. Let's see if it's available." Somebody was selling for $700, and he was like, "If you got $700, I'm like, I don't need my own personal website right now, but maybe in the future."
Yeah. Wait, Nick Garcia?
Nicholas Garcia is for sale for $700.
Just make it the Nicholas Garcia, and then
right?
it's the loophole.
Yeah.
It works out.
That's my Instagram name, right? The Nick Garcia.
The Nick Garcia, yeah.
That's how you find me. I noticed for some reason just all the other Nick Garcias don't think of that. Now I'm the Nick Garcia.
Don't say the.
It's the Nick
Yeah.
Garcia, right? So we talked about your album. We talked about our friendship. We talked a lot about Xbox Live.
Yeah.
So that's Angels and my friendship.
In a nutshell.
So
yeah.
what's in the future for Ace and Seer?
So this year is actually really productive, surprisingly. So I just started recording a new album.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you the name yet.
Okay.
Because that gives me opportunity to come back.
Yes.
So I started recording that. Still pushing Profit though, so I'm still doing shows with those songs.
Download Profit, guys. It's a really good album.
It's
I
cool.
pre-ordered it the night
like
before.
it.
I enjoyed it. I listened
cool.
to it today at work, actually.
And you don't listen to rap.
And I don't listen to rap. I listen to rap just like you when I grew up.
Yeah.
I was into Tupac, Biggie. Those guys were around when I was a kid. And so that's what I grew up with. But my music, I still enjoy that music, but for the same reasons like you said, filter in a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I changed my music. I don't not listen to rap, but I have more variety in my music taste now. So yeah, if I listen to those things, it's usually on the radio.
Yeah. So yeah, I think like my album's a good mixture of like rap, but it still has like some singing and like some soulful stuff and like R&B stuff. So yeah, guys, you should download that. It's only what, $6, $7?
I think it was $6 when I bought it. Yeah.
What are you gonna spend on $6? A pizza? No, you don't need that. Go to the gym.
Don't buy your
Take a walk.
hot mocha latte from Starbucks for $5.
Don't go to Starbucks at all. Go to a local coffee shop.
Totally agree.
But yeah, don't go to Starbucks. What's the matter with you?
I totally agree. The only time I go there is when people buy me gift cards.
Yes. I got one. So so at this time, guys, I'm fasting, and I got like 2 Starbucks gift cards, and I was like, what am I gonna do with this? I was like, whatever, just gave it to my coworkers.
Regift.
I was like, yes, so many regifting happening this year.
Yeah, it happens, bro. It happens. Sometimes
Somebody gave me
given
this
to you.
it was like one of those video games you plug into your TV where it's just like the AV cables,
Okay.
and you just put batteries in, and then it has like 20 games on there.
Okay.
I was like, my TV doesn't have AV cables. Like, it doesn't have the AV plugins. I have HDMI. So I gave it to one of my friends.
I just bought the adapter so that I could play my Wii on my HD TV.
Just get a Nintendo Switch, man.
I'm getting there.
I brought mine so we could play Smash Brothers.
I had a feeling you would.
Heck yeah.
So, obviously, again, Angel and I connect over video games. So I'm sorry, I cut you off. I was trying to promote your album.
Oh, yeah.
So what's upcoming this year?
Okay, so besides working on a new album and doing some more videos and whatnot, more merch too. If you guys ever need merchandise, let me know. Because you could spend like $40 on terrible shirts at the mall when you can just get, a good shirt for $20 from me.
There you go.
But I have plans to go to Brazil in June, so that's pretty legit.
Nice.
So I'll be there for 10 days, doing 10 different churches. I have a music festival coming up called Alive and Kickin'. Don't have the exact date yet, but I'm booked for it. Got another youth conference in Henderson, Nevada. That's in July as well. And yeah, just smaller local events. Got stuff out in Arizona I can book whenever I need to. Yeah, just trying to get out California pretty much.
Yeah.
Because you can't just be a rapper anymore, man. You have to like go market yourself, find different territories. Got to have the marketing online and have a lot of followers so people think you're serious. And it's a lot of stuff mixed into the equation rather than just rapping.
Well, I mean, at least it's kind of cool that we live in a day and age, though, that you can promote yourself. And you
yes,
can put
being a
yourself
solo
out
artist
there.
is so much easier now.
Yeah.
And then not having to deal with
having the record labels buy you and basically own you for the rest of your life.
And having rights to your songs and taking out a big pay cut when you can get 100% of everything of your own.
Thank God for the internet.
Honestly, yeah. But the only thing about the internet is that like everybody wants to be a rapper now. So I have
a lot of competition.
I have millions of competition.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's doing pretty well for me. I'm like, I think I told you before, but I don't like consider myself a Christian artist, but I'm just an artist that happens to be Christian.
Right.
Where I can go to like any venue and then have these songs that talk about God or don't talk about God, but still have like a positive / like loving energy to it.
Your music is influencing you.
Yes.
You bring out yourself in music, which is what music is supposed to be anyway, especially rap. Rap is supposed to be that much. I do remember from when I listened to it as a kid. It's supposed to be what you grew up with and your story.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like that about you, and I like that. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate Christian artists just as much as an ex-Christian, but I like that your music, the way it's supposed to come out of you, you don't have to follow a dogma or a stigma of I'm a Christian rapper. It's I'm a rapper, but because I'm a Christian, this is what I portray. It's just like
solidifying yourself to like one genre. Like, yeah, I rap, but like I can do so many other things too.
Absolutely.
So it's like you don't want to put yourself in a nutshell.
Angel's also a heck of a bass player.
Yeah, I can't play bass. I gets down. I slap at the bass sometimes.
That's how I found out who Angel was. You were what, like 13?
I started playing bass when I was 14.
So, yeah, he's about 14 years old, and he's playing bass at our church, and I'm like, hey, man, that kid's got a lot of energy.
I move around a lot.
He's all over the stage.
I remember my very first church service, playing on the main stage. I was so hyped because that was back when we had like 8, 10, and 12 o'clock service.
Uh-huh.
So I had the times to be like, okay, this is pretty cool. So by the time second service came around, after going through first service, I was like, okay, I know what I want to do, like as far as movements. I remember second service happened, and that was like our most packed service. And I remember is when we didn't have
10 o'clock was insane.
We didn't have like the big like LED screen behind us.
Yep.
We just had like the palm trees with like cool lights.
Yeah.
And we had like the elevated stages for everybody. So I remember I was on the middle elevated stage, and then between that there was my bass amp and a monitor, and then on the other side of that was another platform. I remember jumping from that platform over my bass stuff onto the other one, and then everybody was like, what the heck?
I remember that, bro. That's funny that you mentioned that.
Yeah, that was my very first church service, and everybody was like, what the heck? And then I remember Missy, the girl that runs sound, she texted me. She was like, you're crazy. I was like, I know. I was like, did people see?
A lot of energy. That's one of the first things I remember about you. I'm like, this kid has a lot of energy when he's up there playing bass.
Yeah, Pastor Luke said he doesn't know how I move around so much because if you hear me, I'm on time and everything sounds good, but then my movements don't match the bass like it doesn't match the rhythm at all.
Right.
Yeah, it's weird.
Hey,
I don't know how I do it.
Whatever works. So that's Angel. What's been going on? What's coming up?
Yeah.
I appreciate you kind of giving us an intro. Give him a follow, like you said, his Instagram, his Twitter, his Facebook.
Yeah,
you want to throw him out there one more time?
AYE Sincere. If you know how to spell sincere, SINCERE. I will be praying for you. AYE _sincere on Twitter. I do have a website now though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so if you don't want to if you just want to go to the website, youngsincere.com, super easy to the point. It has all my social medias, all my photos, and all the music that you need, whether it be Apple Music, Spotify. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's all on there.
So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to make some time to talk about football, because I know that's what Angel wants to talk about.
Yeah, let's do it.
With two in trouble, forced out, and in! Unbelievable!
Get the latest info on Never Lose Again podcast, Bandwagon Nation, and much more by following us on Twitter at Never Lose Again, where the E's are threes. Jump on Team Bandwagon. Never lose again.
So, like I said, we're going to talk about football. We're going to go ahead and just breeze through these because I know there's only one game you want to talk about, and I want to talk about the conference championship games.
We're not going to talk about week 11, though.
No. We actually, I think we should talk about it. Because, come on, man. We haven't even gotten a chance to talk about it in person.
Okay, so last time I was here, what happened was
me
and Nick made a bet. Well, technically the bet was if you guys had a better record than us. So Nick's team is
that what I said?
That's what you said. If you guys had a better record, if you guys had a better record, that by the end of the season that I would have, or was it better record or who made it farther? I think it was better record.
I don't know. Obviously, I don't remember because I thought it was because if we won the game.
If I lost, I had to make the official like Team Bandwagon song. And because Nick is the Tennessee Titans and I'm the Dallas Cowboys. Ironically, I went to that game. I was in Arlington, Texas.
You and your mom were talking smack to me.
I was in Arlington, Texas. I was there for 5 days. I was got there Saturday, gives me time to hang out Sunday, get ready for Monday Night Football, eat as much barbecue as I can, FaceTime Nick, laugh in his face, do all that good stuff, and Dallas freaking blew it. And it was Amari Cooper's first game in Dallas too.
Yeah,
it was such a good game.
He decided to wait till the following week to start playing well.
No, he
had a touchdown in that game.
Yeah, he had a touchdown. I was like, he's about to have a blowout game. This is gonna be amazing, and we freaking blew it, man. There's a lot of Tennessee fans in Dallas too. Which is crazy.
Tennessee, we won't spend all day on it. Where I have hope in them is they did really well against teams that made the playoffs this year.
They did.
They beat the Patriots. They beat Dallas. I'm drawing a blank on who else they played. The only team I think that they played, they lost to San Diego and London. That was a bad game. And then they lost twice to the Colts. So they did all right against playoff teams. I have high hopes for their future. They're going to need to do well in this draft because they're losing a couple of players. But every year, this constant 9-7, 8-8 crap, I'm getting over. I'm getting so tired of it. So, I guess I got to pay up on a bet. As soon as what was my?
I don't think it was anything. I don't think it was anything.
Oh, so we just said that if you lost,
and if I didn't, I was like, I'm never coming on the show again. But obviously that didn't happen. So
yeah, you missed us too much.
Yeah, true.
But it was a good game. I was excited, of course, because I know so many Cowboy fans. Every time we play the Cowboys, I take it serious, just because I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
So I was happy we won. I was happy that the Titans got the win. How do you feel about Kevin Byard?
Do I have to talk about
it? No, you don't have to talk about it.
Okay, cool.
But I mean, he's the last guy to do it since T.O., so I thought you'd want to talk about it.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, we'll move on. But either way, Cowboys made it farther than the Titans. All my Cowboy friends.
It was a good season, man.
It was a good season.
Everybody had. I mean, I'm a realistic Dallas fan, so I'm not like. Either way, we're America's team. Well, we are America's team, but I'm not gonna just say that as an argument. It's not a valid argument.
Yeah.
But no, they did good. Ezekiel Elliott isn't as beefy as he used to be, and he has to realize that he can't be cutting through big dudes.
Absolutely.
They pass on the ball to run these sneaks, and I'm like, you can't make it through them. Especially when we play the Rams, I was like, these guys are like Samoans. They're freaking huge.
Yeah.
Look like it's the guy from Moana.
Oh my gosh, Maui.
Yeah, over here look like Maui, and then he's just like...
You've got Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh sitting up in the middle.
Yes.
It's hard to run up the middle in that case. And I think especially Dak, I don't know how you feel about him, but he's going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's one of the greatest of all time. I don't buy it. I think he's good, he's serviceable, and Zeke keeps him a starting quarterback.
The only reason Dak hasn't excelled yet was because we had a good offensive line last year. Our offensive line was holding back these teams from getting to Dak.
Mm-hmm.
Now our offensive line got smaller this past year,
right?
So making it through. So he's under pressure. He doesn't know how to work under pressure,
right?
So he's over here throwing away the ball, or he's getting sacked because.
I still say he's top 15. I just don't think he's a guy that can carry your team. And I think the Cowboys need to find a way to be more creative with their offense to play to Dak's strengths. So that teams aren't just expecting Zeke to run it up.
I've been saying, it's an unpopular opinion, but I've been saying Tony Romo needs to be the offensive coordinator for Dallas, just because I think his football IQ is crazy.
I agree with you, actually.
But people are like, I can't stand his commentary. I'm like, you don't have to stand his commentary. But
why? When he predicts plays 99% of the time, he's a smart dude.
It's super. I mean,
and he's always been.
I mean, he never did it, but
right.
His football IQ is super insane, and he knows how to make plays, and he knows what works, and. He
can't do a worse job than Jason Garrett.
Man. Jason Garrett was nice when I met him. I went to Oxnard to go to the Dallas training camp.
No kidding.
And I met him, and I was like, this guy's pretty cool. And he was like at the end when they were doing their laps, the end of practice, he was running with them. I was like, oh, okay, he's part of the team, kind of.
Well, I mean, it's fine to have a head coach. The head coach's job is really to be out there and be a leader.
Yeah.
But your offensive coordinator needs to make decisions.
Exactly.
So you're right. If they get a smart offensive coordinator, whether it's Tony Romo or not, I think they need to make more of a creative offense to play to Dak's strengths. So like I said, teams aren't going, oh, it's going to be Zeke up the middle again. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's literally what it is. Because they try to make Zeke do these plays, and it's like...
And he's awesome. He's an unbelievable...
I mean, it works. There's times where it works, and then he gets his yards, and he's good.
Yeah.
But, there's no reason you should have... I think... What was the stats? It was, I think the last game, it was 27 possessions, and he got, only, double that in yards.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. But...
So, we'll talk more about Dallas in a minute. Chiefs-Colts, I know you said you didn't watch this game.
I didn't.
One of my predictions, I made predictions last week, and I actually only got one wrong this week. I'm a little proud of myself. But I got Chiefs and Colts. I did say the Chiefs are going to win. I did say I don't see them slowing down Patrick Mahomes. I don't know if you've followed our Facebook arguments or not, or even our video arguments, and Jamal doesn't believe in Patrick Mahomes.
I just gotta stop. I actually just gotta pay attention to just like stop trying to troll Jamal every time I see you guys. Because like, every time I see Jamal, I'm just like, dude, who hurt you? Why are you yelling? Then I'm just like, okay, let me go beyond, like, along with my day. But I usually gonna start like paying attention now.
But Patrick Mahomes, I'm excited about. I did say the Chargers are going to beat the Patriots. I was very wrong about that. The Chargers defense did not show up in this game. It was embarrassing. All I saw, and I didn't see the whole game, mostly what I saw was highlights. I was at a birthday party during this game, trying to watch it, going back and forth. What I kept seeing, tweet me, Facebook, whatever, if I'm wrong, but all I saw was a lot of zone coverage and no blitzes. Brady had all day to throw, and he can tear apart a defense if you come at him with zone. They're not putting any pressure on him. He kept making deep throws, and then anytime they were covering deep, he'd throw underneath to Gronk. Gronk would drag a defender.
Tom Brady's he's so consistent.
He's incredibly consistent, and that's always been his biggest thing. He's got a good arm. He doesn't have a, John Elway, Patrick Mahomes arm, but he's probably one of the smartest guys to ever play the game, and he's accurate. So, okay, you're not going to give me anything deep. I'll hit Gronk underneath, or I'll hit, James White, whatever. Sonny Michel had a great game as well. That doesn't help New England has not had a running back like Sonny Michel since Corey Dillon. I think you're too young to remember Corey Dillon. And it was when Brady first started this run 15 years ago of winning Super Bowls. So you can't count out New England. I'm going to go ahead and give my picks of who I think wins the AFC Championship, but we'll talk about that later. Angels, start putting together who you think is going to win. Okay. So Chiefs, Patriots will be in Arrowhead Stadium next week. But the NFC Divisional, we'll go ahead and talk about those games. We'll go ahead and do your game last, okay? Just because I know that's what you want to talk about, and we're going to dive into a lot.
You make it seem like I want to talk about a lot, but we'll talk about it.
Eagles blow a 14-0 lead. New Orleans gets it done.
I was rooting for New Orleans the whole time.
I know you were. The
just
because
I'm just like, this is Drew Brees last season. He's been super good all season. I became a legit Drew Brees fan, not a Saints fan, just because I saw his numbers, saw he's breaking records. I'm like, this guy's freaking legit. Why have I not paid attention to him before?
He's unbelievable, and it's crazy to think. And again, I don't know if you're too young to remember this. The Chargers cut him in 2005.
Did they really?
They drafted him, got him through his rookie contract, and then just decided to not re-sign him. Of course, that was when they went after Phillip Rivers. They decided Phillip Rivers was going to be their guy, so they moved on from Drew Brees. We know how that story goes. He's got a Super Bowl. He could very well get his second one this year.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting a blowout, but I really didn't expect the Saints to come back as hard as they did because they crushed it.
Yeah. I give credit to the Eagles defense. To hold Drew Brees to 20 points is an accomplishment in itself. Everybody's bashing Nick Foles. That Saints defense is really good. And I think there were some people that expected this to be a blowout. I did not expect it to be a blowout, but I didn't expect it to be as close as it was either. It really was the Eagles defense that kept them in this game, and I give credit where credit's due. Eagles defense, if they can build around that, the question will be, and we can talk about that for another podcast because we're already going over a little long today, is it going to be Nick Foles or is it going to be Carson Wentz? Do you think they have to seriously consider that question? I mean, just quick yes or no answer. What do you think? No? Moving on, get to Wentz. Get Wentz back out there?
Carson, I don't know, man. Like you said, it's not Nick Foles' fault.
No, I don't think it is either, but they drafted a second overall pick quarterback in Carson Wentz. And he had MVP numbers last year. He just seemed to struggle this year. So,
you can make the argument was he just had an off game, but it's he had an off season.
He had an off season, and I do think that the Eagles need to seriously sit down and consider it at least because Foles is now a free agent.
Carson Wentz is dope. I believe in Carson Wentz more than I do Nick Foles.
It's hard to argue with that. I do think he's the future of this team. So we'll leave it at that. Good for the Saints. They'll get home field advantage next week in New Orleans. They're going to take on the Rams. Sorry, Angel. They're not playing the Cowboys. What happened, man? What happened on Saturday?
Exactly what I talked about. Our offensive line is, they weren't doing their job. Dak Prescott doesn't know how to work under pressure.
Yeah.
And because he doesn't know how to work under pressure, I want him to run the ball because he should in some plays, but he doesn't. So
you
instead,
don't want him to get split in half either.
Yeah. but he doesn't know work well under pressure, so he's looking for these plays that like aren't there. And then if he takes too long, which is only like 4 to 5 seconds, he's going to get sacked, which has happened a lot during the season. Yeah.
The Rams actually played defense in this game. They haven't all season. They finally decided to show up in this game.
Well, honestly, I don't think if we didn't have Amari Cooper, we wouldn't be making some of these plays because Amari Cooper's
I agree. He must have just really not wanted to be in Oakland, man, because he showed up since he's been here.
He seems happy. He seems like smiling.
Yeah.
His hands are insane. He knows how to run the ball. He can read people really well, so he knows how to juke them out. Like,
It's what he did his first year in Oakland.
Yeah. But Ezekiel Elliott, like, he's not as beefy as he used to be.
Yep.
Slimmed down. He's not as big compared to the Rams defensive line.
Yeah.
But he's still running these down the middle plays where he's getting stopped like half a yard in and then getting pushed back 2 yards.
Yeah.
Because he's not big, and he, the offensive coordinator still thinks that he's able to do it. And
when I saw something this morning too, it's more on the other side of the ball for you guys, that the Rams could actually predict almost every defensive play by the Cowboys, by their formation, that they're extremely predictable. This came out from one of the offensive players.
That's probably because we run the same freaking plays all the time. Like,
yeah.
Even my brother's 14, and he's still calling it. I mean, he might be playing Madden a lot, but
might have something to do with it.
But he still calls out these plays, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I guess it's that easy. Like, if I had the time too, I'd like call out these plays, but yeah.
Just the Cowboys need to figure out something if that's true, that the Rams offense was able to see what blitz packages the Cowboys were bringing and things like that. Somebody needs to do something different defensively there. Todd Gurley, obviously, he's just an absolute animal. I think he's the only guy you can debate as who's the best running back when it comes to him and Ezekiel Elliott. They're just both awesome. The Rams offense is also just it helps having Sean McVay there. I think he's an offensive genius. According to Jamal, he's got to win a Super Bowl to get any credit. I don't understand that mindset, but
I mean, the whole team has to win it, but okay.
Right? But, the Rams have a really good football team. I don't know what their chances are next week against the Saints.
Well, what's your prediction?
I'm
rooting for the Saints.
We'll save that for after the commercial break.
Okay.
But all in all, anything else you take away from this game? What are you looking forward to next season?
Dak just being more prepared. Because, you said you don't. What you said? You said you don't buy it, right? That he's a Hall of Famer.
I don't buy that he's a Hall of Famer. I do think he's going to be a starting quarterback in the league.
Because this is his second year, no?
Second or third?
Third, yeah.
I think third.
Like he's still young and he still has all this freaking time still.
True.
But there's just things that hopefully that us regulars view that they need to view and realize that he needs to work well under pressure, and if he's able to actually run the ball, because he's pretty quick.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, he's not the fastest person, but he's pretty quick, and he knows how to. Even then, he'll still make those plays right before he hits the line of scrimmage, and then those like insane passes.
Right.
And then they're accurate. So
I still think he's I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Like I said, I think he's a top 15 quarterback. He's better than Tannehill. He's better than Eli. He's better than a lot of these guys in the league. Mm-hmm. I have a hard time buying the hype of Hall of Famer. Everybody said that about Derek Carr, and I think he's better than Derek Carr at this point in his career. But I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. But I do think he'll be starting for Dallas for a long time.
Yeah.
And the only reason I think I keep bringing it up is from my understanding, he's on the last year of his contract after this year. So Jerry Jones is going to decide how much he's going to pay him to keep him. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, Jerry Jones is about $1 billion yacht.
I saw that.
Hopefully it's something, but yeah.
Well, but when Jerry Jones' personal life, he doesn't have a salary cap on how much he can spend on his yacht. That's the only catch, right? You want to have a successful team, you got to build around that salary cap.
True.
So we'll see. Dallas put up a good game. It was close. They played with arguably the best offensive in the league, if you're not talking about the Chiefs. So I tip my hat to the Cowboys. They made a good game out of this. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to talk about the conference championships, and we're going to make our predictions.
Hi, my name is Stefan Thomas, and I'm one of the co-creators of The Creative Extreme. The Creative Extreme is an entertainment company that produces all kinds of fun fictional content. We have created over 600 incredible characters and a multitude of stories starring these wonderful heroes and villains. If you take a look at our page, you'll see dozens of character images as well as panels from our digital comic strips. We're also producing videos and podcasts about our characters and stories. Additionally, we are working on content for animated shows, live action shows, novels, screenplays, and much, much more. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the cool t-shirts and apparel designs we've created with our characters. It truly is a fun, exciting thing we do here at the Creative Extreme. While we dream of having some huge company or angel investor infuse us with all the money we'd ever need to make all the amazing content for our readers and customers we could possibly imagine, we have decided not to sit and wait for said infusion. Instead, beginning in 2016, we have used our own resources to set our content creation in motion. The writing part is easy, as me and my writing partner Chris have ideas and stories for days. However, our artistic skills in other areas are not very refined at all. Because of that, we've conscripted and built a network of nearly 30 artists, graphic designers, musicians, editors, voice actors, audiovisual people, and more to bring our stories and characters to life. All of these amazing individuals work on commission and retainer, as we believe in paying people for their work. Up until this point, our day jobs, along with a small bit of merchandise sales, have allowed us to do what we do. But if we're gonna take the Creative Extreme to the next level of creativity, including more art, more comic strips, more sweet apparel, short films, and more, we're gonna need your help. Please consider becoming a monthly supporter of the Creative Extreme. Any amount would be incredibly helpful as we aim to create more and more content for you to read, watch, look at, listen to, wear, and experience. Remember, when you give to the Creative Extreme, you're also supporting a number of creative individuals who all have the same goal of entertaining and inspiring others. This is an amazing endeavor, if we do say so ourselves. If you need a little more motivation, check out our rewards page. We have t-shirts, hoodies, posters, and more for those who jump on board and give us a little extra fuel for our ascent. Thanks for taking some time to learn a little bit more about us. This is the Creative Extreme, where imagination without limitation is the only expectation.
Welcome back. That was our sponsors, the Creative Extreme. Go check them out, creativeextreme.com, and buy some merchandise. So we're back. We're going to talk about the NFC Championship. We'll dive straight into it. We already kind of hinted what we think about these two teams, the Rams and the Saints. It's in New Orleans. It's in a dome. It's where Drew Brees likes to play. And as much as I liked the way the Rams actually played on both sides of the football last week, they looked good on defense. I still think the Saints win this game. What do you think, Angel?
Saints.
Saints?
Yeah. I mean, Dallas has their... So the reason why Saints won... the Rams won, because Dallas has their weak points, which the Rams saw and they overtook. But Saints are pretty solid this year.
It's hard to predict, what Drew Brees is going to do.
Exactly.
He's got so many weapons.
I think just an arm in general, because he throws bullets pretty quickly.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm just giving it to Saints just because they've had a crazy season. Drew Brees has had an insane season, and I think he's super consistent and he'll keep it that way. So Saints, yeah.
And the Saints look good on defense as well. And Jared Goff, I have said it a few times this year. I think he's kind of like what I was just saying about another quarterback. I think he's good, not great. I think the reason for a lot of his success, good offensive line, amazing running back, and some really good receivers. Had Cooper Kupp not gotten hurt, I think they'd be going even hotter into the playoffs. What gives the Rams a chance in this game where they might surprise you and me, and we could end up being wrong, is C.J. Anderson might be the best backup running back in the NFL right now, the way he's playing. What is he averaging? 120 yards a game in the last 3 games. He played unbelievable against Dallas. Played unbelievable when Gurley sat out in Week 16. And it's a good feel-good story. He got cut by 3 different teams this year, goes to the Rams, and blows up behind Todd Gurley. So you got to be excited for him. But I do think the Saints win this game. I think Drew Brees just has an insane game here. And then if he doesn't, they've still got Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, so Saints. Yeah.
Saints.
Wait,
All right.
No, I'm sorry. No,
So right now, our NFC championships, our champions would be the Saints. By the way, I went 3 out of 4 last week, so I'm a little happy
feeling pretty
about
confident.
But Chiefs, Patriots, I think this game gets a little more sticky just because, again, you can't count on Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs actually played defense last weekend. Another team that defense decided to show up after all year. But that Patriots team just seemed to really wake up in Los Angeles last week. Or not in Foxborough, but against the Los Angeles Chargers. What's your pick here, Angel?
I think just going off of what I know, because with these two teams I know very little, for being honest. But I was going to say Patriots. Just because if I'm thinking in the big picture, how dope would it be to have like a Tom Brady, Drew Brees Super Bowl?
That would be pretty cool. I gotta
Considering
admit.
it's his last season and they're both like super old. But
That would be pretty cool. I would like to see Drew Brees obviously win one more before he retires, have 2 championships, because he's already about to break all of Peyton Manning's passing records. Why not tie him in Super Bowls?
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool. I saw a lot of stuff this year, and I can't help but agree. Is Drew Brees the most underrated quarterback of all time? Because he's never in the GOAT conversation. But yet, he's got a Super Bowl.
He has all these records.
He's got all these records. I can't think of very many Marvin Harrison-esque receivers that he's had.
Well, is Drew Brees top 5 quarterbacks of all time?
I can't help but think he's at least in the conversation, right?
You would think so, but like you said, he's never part of that conversation. I mean...
I think picking a top 5 quarterback ever, especially if you go way back, is super, super hard. Because you still got to talk about Dan Marino. You got to talk about John Elway.
It's kind of like one of those, like, Michael Jordan, LeBron conversations, because it's like, look at the competition back then. Like, those guys weren't built like they were now.
Yeah, but they also got hit a lot harder. There was more rules. Like, you can't hand check now. Guys shoot the 3 more now. There's not as many big guys in the league like your Shaqs or Olajuwons. They can keep from going to the paint. I don't see LeBron dominating. That's a whole nother conversation that we could say for a whole nother podcast. But I don't see LeBron dominating the paint the way he does now if Olajuwon and Shaq and Kareem and those guys are in the paint. I think the league is, I don't want to say softer, it's just different.
Yeah.
And I give credit where credit's due. LeBron is the greatest in his era. I think Kobe was the greatest in his era, Jordan, so on and so forth. Jordan actually said that, and I can't help but agree with him. The NFL, you can kind of make that argument as well. The corners aren't allowed to bump the receivers anymore before they go 5 yards. You know, it's a lot less physical of a game because they want the offenses to do well. To me, I don't like doing the GOAT when it comes to quarterbacks. I'm like, well, this guy's just good at this, and this guy's good at that. This guy's good at this. I think Montana's considered the smartest quarterback of all time. I think Brady's right there with him. So that's the comparisons I like to make. You want to talk about arm and just making receivers great is Drew Brees. You can argue Peyton Manning until he hurt his neck. You can argue John Elway in that argument. But either way, I hope Drew Brees wins another Super Bowl. I think he deserves it. He's played hard for a city that's been through a lot. And he's been loyal to him ever since they picked him up when the Chargers got rid of him. So we'll see. But in Kansas City, it's supposed to be heavy snow.
Yeah, you're saying that.
Super cold.
So the odds would be in their favor as far as weather and just home field
It's a
advantage.
Patriots kind of game. I mean, this is what Drew Brees. This is what Tom Brady does. You know, he plays in the snow every year in the playoffs. For once, they don't have home field advantage, but it's going to be like being at home for them. And a snowy game is where you like to run the ball a lot. Well, the Chiefs don't have Kareem Hunt, you know, and I know the other guys that have used Damian Williams, so on and so forth, have played well, but they're not Kareem Hunt. The Patriots can make any running back great, but they also have Sonny Michel, and Tom Brady's not going to make very many mistakes. So I'm going to go ahead and say Patriots win this game. I agree with you. So we're 100% in agreement this weekend. We see a Saints-Patriots Super Bowl, which should be interesting.
Should we just get our since I'm not going to be here.
Yeah, let's make our Super Bowl predictions then. And if we need to update it, I'll hit you up on Twitter and we'll tag you on Team Bandwagon.
Okay.
But I'm going to go on a limb and say Saints.
Yeah, I'm going to say the Saints as well.
Because it's going to be in a dome. It's going to be in Atlanta. So weather's not going to be a factor.
Yeah, I think I just really want to see a Drew Brees win, and I think he would since it will be technically his last game, he's gonna go crazy.
How crazy would it be though? The 2 Super Bowls he will have played in. The first one he beats Peyton Manning, and the second one he beats Tom Brady. Like, that's pretty historic, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna want that win though, so his mindset's gonna be crazier, and his mind's gonna move probably 100 times more ahead than it does now, because he already does great reads and he knows his team.
Yeah.
So he knows what they're gonna do, and he knows what he needs to do, which is gonna get him those yards / touchdowns / just overall Super Bowl. Yeah. So yeah, I'm saying Saints beat the Patriots.
Should be interesting. The Chiefs are actually 3-point favorites in this game. It's the first time Tom Brady has been the underdog since 2000 and what did they say? 2000 and oh gosh, what was it? 2015 was the last time the Patriots were an underdog against anybody. So I don't know. Maybe the Chiefs pull it off. I just don't see it. I hope Patrick Mahomes gets it done. It'd be nice to see this young kid, only his second year in the league, go to the Super Bowl. But you hear to hear, those are our calls. So we're going to talk a couple more things and get ready to close out the show. And Angel's pulling up his notes. I'm pulling up mine. And we're going to talk about, so we talked about during the commercial break, Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
He announced yesterday he's officially going in the draft. The A's offered him $15 million to stick with baseball. He says, no thanks. He could potentially be the number 1 overall pick. I don't think he will, because I don't think the Cardinals are looking for a quarterback. Where do you see him going with how the top picks are looking right now?
Well, I was doing some research on it and kind of looking at different odds and whatnot. So I mean, reading from it, from what I've seen, actually it looks like he could go to the Raiders if they try, because what is it?
They have the number 4 pick.
Yeah, but they have 3 first-round picks.
Oh, you're right. That's a good idea. That's true. But according to Pro Football Focus, I don't usually follow their site, but I do they have the order of the picks. They think Kyler Murray may go to the Giants, who have the number 6 overall pick.
Yeah.
Why would they
Giants
pass
are still
up
top 3 for me, too. Giants,
right?
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I see him going to the Giants is the Giants, I think, are more desperate than the Raiders are for a quarterback right now.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. Someone said Jacksonville, but I didn't really hear much about Jacksonville overall. So if they were to get him, that would kind of be a shock.
I kind of see Jacksonville making a trade or getting a quarterback in free agency. Just because I think they're sick of experimenting with quarterbacks.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say Giants as well. Yeah, because I think him and Odell would be crazy together.
That would be interesting. Because anytime you think about a mobile quarterback, a lot of people like to talk about that they're not very accurate. He's pretty accurate for a mobile quarterback. He's not a Lamar Jackson or a Tim Tebow. He's pretty accurate.
Oh yeah, but they also have Evan Ingram though, because he has both of those.
So you'd have a bailout tight end as well.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
If the Giants were to pick him up, because they have 6 overall.
They have the 6 overall pick.
Yeah.
Everybody else in the first round seems like it's going to be a defensive lineman. I'm finally seeing a wide receiver at 15 for the prediction. A lot of edge rushers. It's going to be a really interesting draft. I like that there's so much defense because I think Tennessee needs defense. We'll see what happens. You guys got Vander Esch last season.
Lane Vander Esch, yeah.
He played awesome this year, so I think you guys get an edge rusher.
He had little to no mistakes this year.
Yeah, he played amazing, especially for a rookie. So, couldn't hurt to get another edge rusher in Dallas.
He had 1 touchdown too, didn't he?
I think he did.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. But I don't know.
I think Tampa might surprise you though too, because I do think Tampa is ready to move on from Jameis Winston. So don't be surprised if they take a quarterback.
Yeah, but the odds to him going to Tampa are 2,000.
Yeah. So who knows what happens? We've got a lot of time till the draft. We've got time to think about it. It's I think it's in April or May this year. It's usually around that time. So we'll see.
But if they need, because if Tampa needs help, more places than just a quarterback. Do you think they'd even take that risk of taking one when they have?
I think, as considering that, what's his name took the job over there, Bruce Arians. I do think he'll pass up on a quarterback because this guy went out and got Carson Palmer and made the Cardinals competitive for 4 years straight. So I think they'll take a guy on defense and try to get a quarterback maybe in free agency or in a trade, figure something out. But Kyler Murray, I like the guy. I think he was explosive in college. I think he's super athletic. I like seeing the guys that can play more than one sport because then you got a great athlete there. I think he made the right decision because if football doesn't work out for him, he can go back to the A's and say, hey, I'm still an athlete. Give me a shot.
Yeah. Michael Jordan did it.
Michael Jordan did it. I'm thinking more Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, guys that actually, were good baseball players. But we'll see. I think Jordan was given the shot just because of his name. But
yeah, that's good for ticket sales, honestly.
it's good for ticket sales. He
it's
was
like watching a dog walk on its hind legs. You didn't get to see it much.
It's
so
pointless, but hey, it's entertaining.
Hey. Yeah.
You can tell your friends what you saw today.
I saw Michael Jordan play baseball.
It was embarrassing, but I saw Michael Jordan play baseball.
Look, man, they talked about it in the Space Jam.
The other thing we talked about in the break was Anthony Davis possibly talking about getting traded. He doesn't want to be in New Orleans anymore. He's tired of carrying him. He's tired of being the only guy there. They're saying they want to get a superstar to help him out. I don't think it's going to happen, especially with the only trade talk I've heard in New Orleans is they want to get Kevin Love. Kevin Love is not going to save your franchise and keep Anthony Davis there. They're saying that they are willing to trade him anywhere, but the Lakers would be their last choice because they feel like the Lakers are trying to influence him to leave.
Honestly, yeah.
And, I don't know. Where do you think he goes? What do you think the odds are the Lakers grabbing him? Because this is a Lakers podcast.
I see the Celtics taking him over.
Unfortunately, I agree with you.
I see the Celtics taking him.
They still have assets.
Lakers.
They still have draft picks. They have 3 small forwards that are really, really good with Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, and Jason Tatum. Mm-hmm. So they could figure something out. I agree with you there, and I hate that idea because I think the Celtics are already a really good basketball team.
They're a great team.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just see I think a lot of people just want him going to the Lakers though, just because
I agree.
Just because Lakers are technically considered a stacked team, even though we don't show it. But
well, they're 3-8 now without LeBron and just lost to the Cavs. Mm-hmm. So I think they still have a lot of growing up to do. Lonzo needs to step more into a leadership role. I'm over the Ingram hype. We've been sitting on this guy for 4 years.
Yeah.
He hasn't shown me anything. So
yeah, it's crazy because he was talking of him being better than Lonzo at some point, and just hasn't even come to fruition.
The only 2 guys I can see the Lakers absolutely building around is Lonzo and Kuzma. And I know Lonzo can't shoot. Lonzo can't do that. Neither could Jason Kidd, but he's still one of the greatest point guards of all time.
Yeah. So
I understand it's a league where you need 3-point shooters now, but Lonzo can seriously create an offense if you get that guy weapons.
Yeah.
So, and he's an amazing defensive player too. People don't talk about that. So the Lakers still have a bright future, but it's time to move on from Ingram. And I hate to say it because I love him and I do think he can be a star. If trading Kyle Kuzma and obviously some other assets means getting Anthony Davis, I say do it.
I'm looking up something, but it's saying Sacramento could pick him up too.
Just could get Anthony Davis? Mm-hmm. Man, he wouldn't be happy in Sacramento either.
No, he wouldn't.
I know they have a lot of young potential. Aaron Fox is awesome.
Someone just swooping in out of nowhere just to pick him up.
Right? Yeah.
Because there's always that super weird oddball that can get thrown in.
It's true.
And it's just.
Who saw DeMarcus Cousins going to New Orleans?
Nobody
saw that coming, and then all of a sudden he went to New Orleans. He didn't stay, but I don't think anyone saw that coming. Everybody thought he was going to the Lakers or the Celtics or the Knicks, something like that. Sacramento has not made the playoffs since that year they went to the Western Conference Finals with the Lakers, which is 2002, 2003, 2003. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. How old were you in 2003?
2003, I was 7.
Dude.
Well, yeah, I was 7. Yeah.
That tells you how time flies, man, and how long the Sacramento Kings have sucked. So we're going to go ahead and close it out at that. It's been a great show. Thanks, Angel, for coming on the show.
Yeah, man. Thanks for making me sound like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to sports.
Hey, you're a smart guy. I like talking to you. This is how we stay up till 1 a.m. playing GTA.
Yeah, to do that, you're a smart fella, and you're a fart smeller.
Anything you want to say on camera? We already put your handles out there. Anything you want to tell the fans? Any shout-outs?
Just let me know what you guys think of the album if you listen to it. But yeah, this year's gonna be bigger and better than last, so I'm excited. Should be cool. I want my green M&Ms next time I come in here.
You got it.
Sweet.
And your super tasty tap water.
Look, man, tap water is delicious. I mean, it's no garden hose, but let me tell you,
this is true.
But yeah, just let me know what you guys think of the album. But a lot of different things coming. I'm trying to go local events too. So
Okay.
It's gonna be a change of pace this year as far as like giving back and helping within like the IE hip hop scene and doing my own traveling and whatnot. So it should be an interesting year.
Cool, man. Well, thanks again for coming on the show. Give him a follow on all social media if you're on it. And check out his album, Profit, like I said, and watch out for upcoming tour dates. This is Team Bandwagon, where it is okay to jump ship, but it's not okay to lose. Jump on Team Bandwagon and never lose again.
Hey.